Today, you are going to listen to an informative article about the holiday of President's Days. Think about what you know about George Washington and Abraham Lincoln. Talk to your neighbor about what you know. President's Day by Diane Macmillan. Let's watch a short video about how we celebrate President's Day.
The United States has had many wonderful presidents over the years, and we honor them on President's Day, the third Monday of every February. Even so, George Washington, our first president and the man known as the father of our country, and Abraham Lincoln, the man who saved the country and freed the slaves, are the two we remember and honor the most. Not only because both were born in February, but also because, to many Americans, they were our two greatest leaders. And so on that day, we watch plays about their interesting lives. We cite their well-known speeches, such as Lincoln's Gettysburg Address, and, of course, eat delicious cherry pie.
Americans celebrated George Washington's birthday years before his death. His troops celebrated at Valley Forge. During each year of his presidency, his birthday was a joyous occasion with balls and parties. In the 1800s, his birthday became a legal holiday throughout our country. On February 12, 1892, Abraham Lincoln's birthday became a legal holiday in Illinois. 32 northern states followed Illinois' example. There are many ways in which our country honors these two great presidents. Streets, squares, cities, and schools are named after them. Washington also has a state named after him and our nation's capital. 32 states have Washington counties, and there are over 100 post office branches named for our first president. In our nation's capital, there are two great memorials that millions of people visit each year. The Washington Monument is an obelisk, a tall, tapering, four-sided pillar, over 550 feet high. The Lincoln Memorial is built like a Greek temple. Inside is a 19-foot statue of Lincoln. The $1 bill has a picture of George Washington, and the $5 bill has a picture of Abraham Lincoln. Quarters and pennies also show their faces. On Mount Rushmore in South Dakota, the heads of Washington and Lincoln are carved in a granite cliff, along with the heads of two other presidents, Thomas Jefferson and Theodore Roosevelt. In 1971, Congress set the third Monday in February as a special day to remember the fathers of our country. In recent years, Abraham Lincoln has also been honored on the third Monday of the month. The day is called President's Day. Schools and federal offices are closed on President's Day. There is no mail delivery. During the month of February, boys and girls learn about the lives of these two great men. Bulletin boards in classrooms show the president's pictures and some of the events in their lives. Children read books about both of them. More books have been written about Abraham Lincoln than any other American. In some schools, children act out plays about Washington and the American Revolution and about Lincoln in the Civil War. Many read and memorize some of the president's speeches and famous words. At Mount Vernon, there is a wreath-laying ceremony at George Washington's grave. In Hodgenville, Kentucky, a wreath is placed at the door of the cabin where Lincoln was born. Another is placed in front of the Lincoln statue at the Lincoln Memorial. Then the Gettysburg Address is read aloud. At Gettysburg, Springfield, Valley Forge, and Yorktown, people remember how these two men changed the course of our country. Both men loved freedom and justice, and both men stood up for what they believed. President's Day is a celebration for all Americans. Happy birthday, George Washington. Happy birthday, Abraham Lincoln.